So we all know now how lives can change because of mentorship. You might have a question here. Can only a few people with innate traits be successful mentors? Or is there a structured way to go about understanding how a mentor makes an impact in the life of a mentee? Well, luckily for all of us who want to mentor, research points to very defined roles that a mentor plays in the life of a young person. Influential mentoring researcher Professor John Rhodes identified 3 interrelated processes through which mentors make an impact. 1. By being a trusted adult friend who provides emotional and social support to a mentee. 2. By being a resourceful guide who improves a mentee's cognitive skills. And 3. By being a role model who helps a mentee build his or her own identity. These 3 roles are not separate from each other. A skillful mentor understands how to combine all 3 roles to create a relationship of high impact. Let's understand a little better what a mentor does in each role. First, a mentor as a trusted adult friend. Let's talk about how a mentor can be a trusted adult friend who provides emotional and social support to a young mentee. First, a mentor does this by providing opportunities for fun and escape from daily stresses of life. For most mentees in our program, like Surekha, an 8th standard student studying in a government school in Bangalore, daily life involves everyday struggles. Struggles to get sufficient nutrition, to get a safe environment at school and home, and a struggle to have a healthy relationship with her family and peers. For children who live in such conditions every day, a mentoring relationship can provide an opportunity for lighter moments that can help lessen some of these daily stresses and hardships of life. Surekha's mentor Krishna spends a lot of time with her watching movies, helping Surekha practice mehendi, which is her favorite hobby, celebrating their birthdays together and other festivals. Krishna notes how happy these things make Surekha. Female mentees especially look to build emotionally close and intimate relationships where they can engage in such mutually fun activities involving humor and laughter. In fact, the ability of mentors to engage in such fun activities helps them separate their role from other adult roles like the roles of parents and teachers. What's the importance of having such opportunities for mentees? Researchers have recognized that positive emotions like fun and enjoyment are essential for healthy development. They increase the pleasure and joy experienced in everyday life and contribute significantly to increasing an ongoing state of emotional well-being. The second way a mentor can provide emotional support is through emotional coaching. I'm sure we all remember how tumultuous a phase adolescence was for us. There were physical changes, changing perceptions of other gender, and increased desire for autonomy, independence, among so many other changes. All of these surface new emotions for young people, fears, infatuations, confusion, and these can cause relationship tensions as well. As a mentor begins to develop a close companionship and bond with a mentee, he or she is able to serve as a sounding board for that young person. Great mentors demonstrate models of effective communication. They're non-judgmental, they're patient and active listeners. This gives young people an outlet to express themselves without any worry of being judged, punished or lectured. We heard a powerful story from one of our mentees, Sangamesh, about how his mentor helped him manage his emotions. Sangamesh's parents wanted to get his sister married and he was strongly opposed to that. He was very disappointed with his parents and this matter was upsetting him a great deal and was preoccupying his mind. In one meeting, when his mentor asked him quite casually about his parents, Sangamesh started crying. Despite feeling embarrassed about crying, Sangamesh was able to speak to his mentor about what was affecting him. His mentor was able to help him think through how he could talk to his parents. How could he convince them? He gave him tips and suggestions and very importantly, the courage to approach his parents. Sangamesh was able to follow through and change his parents' mind, and his sister is studying currently. None of us are born with the ability to manage difficult emotions. The ability to regulate emotional experiences actually is a direct result of having strong relationships with individuals who can help us through this process. The third way our mentors can provide emotional support is through a corrective, positive relationship with an adult. Many of our mentees experience relationships with adults, especially their parents and close caregivers, that are marred by disappointments, lack of love, lack of healthy communication, and in some extreme cases, abandonment and abuse. All of this can result in our mentees forming very negative perceptions about adults and themselves. Young people who have experienced caregivers to be unavailable and inconsistent in this way are less likely to see the value in turning to others in times of stress. In such situations, having a positive experience with a mentor can create a new and different standard for healthy relationships with adults. Such relationships can be corrective and therapeutic, helping mentees feel worthy of care and effective in attaining it. In turn, youth become more open to asking for emotional support to cope with stressful events. Relationships with mentors that are consistent and responsive create a sense of stability and predictability in a young person's life. When a young person knows that the mentor is a dependable source of protection and support if something were to go wrong, the sense of security that results can allow this young person to more productively explore his or her environment. This leads to the development of greater knowledge, skills, and competence.